Look at you. Congratulations. You've scaled through the auditions, second and third callbacks. You're in. You've got your first role. Yay! It's time to celebrate, right? Wrong. Now is the time to hunker down and do the work. Approach the first reading of your script like you would a storybook. Read it to enjoy it and get a general idea of where the story is heading without paying attention to your character in particular. Once you have a clear picture of what the story is and where it's heading, read it again. Look at it a bit more deeply. Take it in scene by scene. Use a highlighter pen to highlight the descriptive text at the top of the page. You will find some within the scene. Highlight those too. They usually contain information that sets the tone and gives context to the scene, or when found in the middle of the scene, signifies a beat. Also this time, pay closer attention to your character. Use a different colored pen to highlight your dialogue. Who are they? How do they fit into the story? How are they related to, and how do they relate with other characters? Every scene has an objective. Every character has one. What is your character looking to achieve? You have to have a clear understanding of your character's objectives and their why. Only then can you decide how best they go about achieving their set goal. An actor's script is like a worksheet covered in highlights and handwritten notes. Highlight your dialogue. Notes are written on the side detailing emotions, delivery notes, how I intend to deliver a particular line, for example, in a whisper or loudly, emotions, body movement, or facial expressions I intend to incorporate throughout the scene, and sometimes I even include inner thoughts that will help me elicit a given emotion. As stated before, every scene has an objective. Each actor has one. The pursuit of, or the attempt to frustrate said objective determines how the scene flows. The desperation or lack thereof will determine the pace and intensity of a scene. A shift in the mood of the scene or an actor's change of tactics within a scene is known as a beat. One of the reasons why script analysis and knowing how to break down a script is so important for an actor is because it helps you to discover and use beats to shape the rhythm of each scene. Each scene has to be broken down into moment-by-moment acting units. A beat is the smallest unit of action. In a beat, characters pursue a simple objective that may not be expressly described in the script by the writer. These are dramatic moments usually discovered by the actor or director. A beat signifies a shift in the dramatic narration of a scene. The best way to find one is to understand what causes a beat to change. As a rule, beats shift when a character's motivation or routine changes. The key to making a scene work for you is to have your character begin in one state and end in another. This transitioning can occur as a result of several things. For example, your character learns a new piece of information or realizes a personal flaw or solves a problem. Anything that signifies a switch in your character's emotional journey, anything that drags your character between emotional highs and lows is considered a beat. Look at your script again, scene by scene. In each scene, identify the changes in your character's emotional state. For example, going from frustration to euphoria or from triumphant to hopelessness. These are your beats. As also stated, a beat changes when a character changes the tactics used in achieving an objective. For example, a scene opens with your character begging. It meets with some sort of resistance. As your character becomes more desperate depending on what's at stake, they shift gears and move up to subtle blackmail. That's another beat. Again, this meets with some resistance. So your character shifts gears again and moves up to being forceful. That's another beat. For every new beat found, there is a shift in energy. Remember, beats identify the rhythm of the scene. As the scene shifts, the rhythm will also shift. A scene may start slow, then steadily pick up pace as the beats change, or the other way around. It is your job as an actor, with the help of your director, to find the rhythm and beats in every scene and make the most of them. And remember, you're not talking to yourself. Listen and then respond. Even when performing a soliloquy or a monologue, there are natural places where one should pause, change tone, or switch tactics. Otherwise, it just sounds like you're rambling, or worse, speaking in a flat line. As an actor, if you pay attention to and take advantage of the rhythm and beats, the scene is not only a delight to watch, but it is also pleasant to listen to. Now remember, your director may not agree with all the choices that you make. You may be asked to pace things up or slow things down as required. So be open and willing to take direction.